Good morning, friends. Are you also facing the issue of delay in filing of Form 10B, Form 9A, Form 10 or the income tax return itself and have been burdened with huge tax demands? Worried about it and thinking how to resolve this issue? I am Ashish Agrawal from Team NGOenabler, and if you really want to successfully close this tax issue, watch this video till the last. Also, if you find it helpful, don't forget to subscribe our channel. As I have already mentioned in my earlier videos, filing the petition for condonation of delay before the Commissioner of Income Tax Exemptions is the only option one can opt for to get out of this major issue. To know more about it and the relevant circulars which will be helpful, have a look at our video already published on this topic by clicking on the I button on the screen. We have been flooded with lots of queries on how to file the condonation of delay, what to write, what reason to give, etc. etc. So friends, today in this video I will guide you on how to draft the petition for condonation of delay and make you aware of what reasons are practically acceptable to Commissioner of Income Tax Exemptions for grant of such condonation. First and foremost, to whom the petition should be addressed. So, as I mentioned, usually when the delay is not beyond 3 years, the Commissioner of Income Tax has been given the authority to grant the condonation, and beyond that, it's with the Principal Commissioner of Income Tax. So, the petition needs to be addressed to either of them of your jurisdictional area. First and foremost, to whom the petition should be addressed. So as I mentioned, usually when the delay is not beyond 3 years, the Commissioner of Income Tax has been given the authority to grant the condonation. So the petition needs to be addressed to him or her of your jurisdictional area. Then comes the subject. In the subject, one should write petition for condonation of delay in filing form, the number of the form, and for the assessment year for which you are filing such petition. Now let's move on to see how to begin your petition. Your petition should be divided usually into 4 parts. The background of the organization, or what we call a brief profile. Then comes the facts of the matter. Next to the facts comes the reason for delay in filing. And at last, prayer to the Commissioner, or what we call the request for condoning the delay. Now let's take up each of these one by one. In the background, you need to mention the nature of your organization, number of years in existence, the details of your exemption registration, and a brief about your activities. While writing the facts of the matter, mention clearly for which form the delay is there, what was its due date, and when was it actually filed by you. Try to give a comparison for earlier years to show that the delay that has happened is for the first time and the organization is not a regular defaulter. In case of Form 9A and Form 10, also mention the amount so accumulated and the fact that it has been rightfully filled in the income tax return and Form 10B. Remember, if the delay is only for any of the forms and not the income tax return, that could be a strong fact for considering your condonation. So don't forget to mention that the return was filed on time. Better to mention the due date and the date of actual filing of the income tax return. Another factor which comes into play is filing of rest of the forms on time except the one for which the condonation has been filed. This makes your case strong, so don't forget to mention those. Also mention the number of days for which the filing was delayed. This is also one of the key points that is considered practically. Then comes the most important part of the petition, the reason for delay. Let me tell you few practical reasons usually acceptable or has been accepted in past by the commissioners of income tax. The delay happened due to unavailability of secretary or the auditor on medical grounds during the due period. However, this reason should be supported by documentary evidences such as the medical report, prescriptions, etc. Next comes the delay happened due to negligence of auditor. If the organization has changed them after such discrepancy came to their notice, it can be a strong support to your petition because it shows that the organization is very particular about any non-compliance and take actions against those who does that. Even if not changed, this plea can be taken, but the commissioner may or may not grant condonation depending on the genuinity of the case if he feels so. Next reason is if you are in a remote location, which is evident from your registered address. One reason could be unavailability of electricity or internet, and due to technical reasons, you were not able to file the same. But again, commissioner need to take a call, and he might do so taking into consideration many other factors such as the past history of the trustees or the organization, the compliance history done by the organization, nature of form delayed, competence of the trustees or the auditor, and many more. Another reason could be incompetence in filing, but this usually is considered for Form 9A and Form 10 because that's the responsibility of the organization and not the auditor. Although not necessarily this reason sustains, but while communicating with the SSC directly, the incompetence can usually be sensed by the Commissioner of Income Tax. For delay in Form 10B, this reason can also be given that it was uploaded by the auditor on time and due to lack of awareness, the organization failed to accept it through its portal. But that should be the actual fact evident from the portal that the form was uploaded within the due date. There can be several other reasons apart from what has been discussed, and based on the facts and circumstances of the case, the decision is usually taken by the relevant authority. Last comes the prayer. You need to end your petition by putting forward a request to consider the reason cited for delay. Don't forget to mention here that if the condonation is not granted and the demand is not vacated, the charitable organization shall suffer a lot of undue hardships mainly because of delay in furnishing a form, even though it has adhered to the exemption norms completely. So this was all about drafting of petition for condonation of delay. Now how to file the same? You can either send it to the email ID of your jurisdictional Commissioner of Income Tax Exemptions or submit a hard copy to his or her office. There is no online mechanism yet to file the same. The documents to be enclosed with the petition is the copy of the file form for which the delay has actually happened and the copy of the income tax return with the acknowledgement receipt. Hope this video must have given you a bit of relaxation and guidance on how to proceed in case that there is a delay in filing of forms or the income tax return. If you find out our video useful and relevant, don't forget to subscribe our channel and put your notifications on by clicking on the bell icon. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and LinkedIn. For any clarification, feel free to contact us or comment below. Thank you.